morning, I'm Chris. Nowadays, so many developing countries have many ethical problems, such as Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, the garment industry is the main industry. The workers work over 10 hours a day, but they only get little salaries. Why do they still want to work in there? And why there are many sweatshops in Bangladesh? We feel very honored to have invited three guests to discuss these questions. There are Delson, Corey, and Eric. But Delson, I heard you worked in Bangladesh 2 years ago. Could you tell us some situations about Bangladesh?
Okay, well, the ready-made garment industry is the main industry in Bangladesh. It occupies 75% of the total GDP. The ready-made garment sector employs around 3 million people. Most are women. It has half women come from rural areas and remote villages. It has 5,000 factories built in there. This industry creates more than $20 billion each year. And they export their products to other countries, such as USA, China, Canada, UK, and so on.
Okay. As we know, many big companies set up the factories in Bangladesh, such as Gap, H&M, and Zara. Why do they want to set up factories in Bangladesh? Sorry?
Well, as we know, many companies want to get more profit. Meanwhile, competition between competitors were low price. How to reduce costs and get more profit? The answer is race to the bottom. Race to the bottom means sell their product at the lowest possibly cost in market price. So choosing a supplier with the lowest price can create a competitive advantage because low wage labor cost occupies 30% to 40% in total cost. Many varying companies want to reduce the labor cost to increase their own profit. However, the labor wages are the lowest wage in the world, only $0.23. So the low cost not only give low price to customers, but also ensure companies have stable profit.
Okay, well, could you give me some advantage and disadvantage in the industry?
Yeah, where there are some advantages and disadvantages in industry. The advantages include increasing work positions for local people. It can make them have jobs to earn some money, and attracting foreign companies to set up their factories in there. The disadvantages is where make pollution to pollute their environment. And overall, Bangladesh has a lot of human resources, but their productivity is low. Thank you.
Okay, we have many sweatshops in Bangladesh, and Eric, could you tell us some more details and some working conditions in Bangladesh?
Yeah, well, after the Delhi garment factory collapsed at the Rana Plaza, most of the Bangladese they feel afraid. They don't want to work there anymore, and which has bad condition and bad condition. So it means that the horrible condition make them feel uncomfortable. They worried about their life every day, and they also also have no expectation for their future. But they have no choice to work there, and they need to make more money to live. Although many news reports that there no good condition in Bangladesh, but the issue of labor and human rights exists before decades. Some people find potential safety hazards in their workplace and they report it to their manager, but they don't care about that. The supervisor does not solve this problem, and so that the building collapsed. I think that is race discrimination is unfair to the Bangladesh. The factory don't care about their employee. They just focus on their profit. They don't provide the safety and the health condition for their employee. The Gap company, the American famous company. If they want to build a factory in the USA, they must to provide the good condition, good safety and health condition for them. But in Bangladesh, they don't. I think it's unfair. The United Nations have a law to protect the employers in the world. It's a non-discrimination international law. According to the law about discrimination, the foreign company need to protect their employer. So the human rights, so they need to provide a safe workplace for their workers in Bangladesh. Thanks.
Okay. The last question is why do they work in India? Will there be some details about that?
Okay. Well, in my opinion, they have three reasons. The first reason is ratio. In Bangladesh, there are many people living there. They need a job to live. So there are many laborers in the labor market. However, the domestic companies have not enough work position for they choose to work with foreign companies. The second reason is education. The education system in Bangladesh is not so developed. Literacy rate is low and it's very different between females and males. However, based on the economy, this rate is decreasing, but half the population cannot read. Especially females. Females have lower education situation, but they need a job earn some money for their families. Therefore, they enter the government industry to get a job with lower wages, because this industry does not need higher education. And the third reason is family. Most families consist of parents and their education and their children. Sometimes grandparents are also living with families. However, they need to work to earn some money for their family, and the government industry needs a lot of workers to make products. Thank you.
Okay. Well, this is today's topic, and Bangladesh faces a lot of problems. It should be solved. The government should consider their people rather than their own profits. Otherwise, providing more education for their people can change the life and increase the economy. The government needs to ensure government workers receive a fair wage. Also, international law should to protect these kind of workers who are working in this horrible workplace. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.